Hello, everybody. Welcome to my live stream, my live call-in show. It has been a minute since I have had a call-in show. It's been a long time, actually. I think it's honestly, let me turn this volume down. I think that it's been over a year, possibly over a year since I had a live call-in show, and I have a lot of topics to talk about with you, and this is just so fun. It's so fun. I've had so many of you call me from all across the world, not just the United States. Hi, Guilty Angel. All over the country. Well, Guilty Angel is California, Oregon, Texas, Nebraska, New York, DC, Louisiana, Chicago. I've had people call me from Africa, the Netherlands, so many places, England. So I want you, this I don't want this to be too spooky. Um Also, I'm using my microphone and I just want to make sure that the audio is good. If there's any issues hearing me throughout this live, I need you to tell me because there's some new things on the streaming thing and things can mess up. So, shout out to the Quiet Storm baby in Ohio. Okay, we have Cosmo Girl. So, look, I want you to share. Look, you see on the screen. I hope this screen is not scaring you. Especially look all the way at the bottom right. This is from The Exorcist. That face used to scare the hell out of me. Also, that woman, I don't know if you've seen Pet Cemetery, when that girl's aunt was on the bed and her back was popping out of her back was popping out and everything. um we have the aliens. I want you to share all types of things, ghost stories. Have you seen a UFO? Have you seen an alien? Have you met a real life witch doing hoodoo or voodoo or all types of spells, and did it work? Just some strange things that I can't even think of, besides vampires, werewolves, time travel, um demonic things, all types of stuff. I want you to call in. The phone line is open. Okay, you see the phone number on the screen. Let me just double check to make sure, but the phone line is open. And I want y'all to, okay, all right, yeah, it should be open to call in. I'm just making sure, gotta make sure. Come on and call in and share your story of something that has scared you. Now, being that I haven't had a live call in so long, if nobody calls in, I'm going to stop the live and come back with a different video live talking about more conspiracy theories. We can talk about that if nobody wants to call in. I did post this in the community section so more people would know that I was doing this live, because this is actually the second time I've done this. And the first time I did this video, I had people upset, like, oh my God, I love these type of topics. Why didn't you tell us? Or we missed it. So, you know, this is your opportunity to call and talk to me and talk to, everyone's listening. What are some things are there things that you have been scared to death to talk about? Are you embarrassed of it? Do you think you hallucinated this? Um, you know, hey, Jessica Alexandria. So oh, I got a call. Okay, hold on. Okay. Uh-oh. Hold on. I had two calls at the same time. I know Guilty Angel called in, but I'm not sure if this is her. Call back if this is not Guilty Angel after this call. Hello? Hello? Um, okay, give me 1 second. So there was a mix up. I had two calls at the same time, and it's okay, but the Guilty Angel, when after her, call back, and then um you will get your chance. So let me put the microphone. Make sure I'm not on Bluetooth because people won't be able to really hear. I'm going to put the microphone to the phone so everybody can hear what's going on. Give me 1 second. Okay, let me. So, welcome to my channel. Thank you. So, it happened to me is the topic. What is something that you have experienced that is considered supernatural, out of this world, scary as hell? Maybe you never told anybody that you want to let us all know happened to you.
Well, okay. When I was living with my mom, we had just moved into this new apartment, and it looked more like a house. Strange things were kind of going off on it immediately, like closet doors that were opening and closing by itself. Um, the landlord that had it told us that it was his childhood home, so I really didn't think much of it. I had no idea that maybe somebody had passed in the house, but he unfortunately did. I think it was maybe his grandmother. And I ended up kind of getting like a peripheral vision of her, which was creepy enough as it is, besides like seeing closet doors opening and closing.
Mm-mm.
And I'm
Mm-mm.
not the only one that had seen it. I had a cat at one point, and he watched certain things go off too, and he would stare in the corner. It's just really creepy. Um, let's just say that I prayed a lot for it to go away.
So, what happened after you started praying?
Wait, it kind of intensified, really. Um, I can remember I was in my bedroom, and I was just saying a prayer, before I went to bed, and then I heard something crash in the kitchen. I didn't know what it was, so I went into the kitchen to see what had happened. And it looked like the curtain rod in the kitchen. It was yanked out of the wall and just slammed on the floor. So I was like, okay, I obviously I pissed somebody off because this curtain rod was nailed into the wall. Like there was
Are
no
you
way that it
serious?
kind of was yanking. Say again?
You said that the curtain rod that was all the way in the wall, something yanked
All
it
the way in the
out.
wall. Yeah, it got yanked out and slammed on the floor. No joke. Scared the hell out of me.
Oh my God. Let me move the phone closer. That's very scary. And you mentioned that the cat was looking at it. See, cats can see
Yeah.
things. The cats can see what we can't see. So the cat was seeing the
Yes, they
spirit.
do.
I'm sorry, but
They're very psychic.
I wouldn't be able to go to bed. How did you go to bed at night knowing that a spirit is around the house throwing stuff and yanking stuff out the wall?
Like I said, just prayer. I tried very hard to like just kind of ignore it. I listened to a lot of music, which kind of like took my mind off of it. I tried to do everything I could to just not pay total attention to it, because I was trying to convince myself, like, okay, if you ignore it, it'll go away. But that's kind of like what I was doing. And for a while, it kind of eased up, just kind of left us alone for a while. I was the only one that was seeing it. My mom, she was sensing certain things, but she never got to see it. I saw it, which was very creepy. Because, yeah, I remember I was in my room, and I was just laying down, and I thought that it was she that walked into the room, and it wasn't. It was like somebody had come in the room because I saw like the silhouette of the person,
Oh
and
no.
then just vanished. It really
Hell
freaked me
no.
out.
Hell no.
It
And
freaked me the hell out.
you still live in that house?
No, I don't. Thankfully, I moved.
No, no. I mean, that's very I wouldn't be able to sleep seeing stuff like that because sometimes they can cross over into our realm. Like you said, the ghost, you think it was his dead grandma, had
I
pulled
think
the
it was. It was a female.
that's just scary. Pull stuff out of the
Yeah,
wall. Um, did you get a feeling that she was upset, this spirit?
I think so.
It probably is. I just can't imagine being stuck somewhere. Like if I passed away, I wouldn't want to have to
Oh,
be just stuck in a house. I can't imagine something like that. But if if I were to buy a home, I would bring my pet in first. If the pet doesn't like the house, I don't think I want to buy that house because pets always can sense when something is really bad and evil and everything like that. So,
they can.
I don't know. Some people would say, oh, you have to sage your house. Other people will say, pray like you did. You said you prayed, but her spirit still was around the house messing with you or trying to mess with
Yeah, it
you.
was.
So now once if I can't, I would have to leave the home and you're not there anymore. So thank you
Yeah.
so much. Thank you so much,
You're very
okay?
welcome.
Bye.
Bye bye. Call from.
Oops. Hello? Hello, hold on for a second. Now, I think y'all can hear good now. Make sure you let me know in the chat if the volume is okay. Hello?
Hi, yes, this is Jamal Q call from Dayton, Ohio.
Hello, Jamal. I promise I'll get to you, Guilty Angel. Hello, Jamal. How are you doing?
Good, good. How are you?
I'm okay. Today is a spooky night, and I want to hear your spooky stories.
So I got a ghost story if that's okay.
Okay.
Okay. Um. So and my wife was there. She can attest to it. It's a true story. It actually happened on our first date. So this is probably 2014. I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
We meet up, introduce each other, then dating up, and we cook dinner. Yada yada. Things are nice. And I go back to her place, and she whips out a dick, and I've been married to her ever since.
Okay, that was a little prank call. He married a trans, I guess. I don't know. Okay, let's go to the next call. Um, I'm trying to make sure I get the right number. Guilty Angel, your area code. I believe this is you. Let me see. I'm calling you now. Oh, okay. Hello.
Hi, Cerebral.
Hey, Guilty Angel.
Hi, I'm so glad I connected to you, babe.
Yes, how are you?
I'm okay, Cerebral. Some very interesting stuff is going on. Oh my.
Okay, tell us all. Tell us all what's happening.
Okay. So I was working at a childcare center, and these kids were playing a game called Charlie Charlie. And they're like, oh, come and look at what we have. They set up a Ouija board of their own. And they're asking Charlie if he's real. I was there in the presence of 30 children and 4 adults. They saw this pencil move to a yes. It was taped down. I have no idea where they learned this game. And the pencil was moving to yes and no. It was very scary. Oh my God. I don't know how that is done. Maybe it's all of the willpower. It really was, oh my gosh. Do you know what I mean?
And this was a Ouija board? Or it
They
was
had created their own Ouija board going from yes and no. It's
okay.
called Charlie Charlie. It's a game. And I was terrified because we saw objects that were not supposed to move. There was 4 adults and 30 children in the room, and we all saw it. And I was like, "What is going on right now?" And I'm calm, I'm centered. The kids are freaking out, and this was in a child care center. And oh my gosh, it was very very interesting. And I was like, how is this happening right now? Is it all of our, right? Like our minds are kind of making this happen? It was very, very, I saw it happen. If I hadn't have been there, I would have said, well, maybe somebody blew the pencils. The pencils were centered together. Just think of, right? Like putting a vertical pencil and a
Mhm.
horizontal pencil. Oh
I I'm not messing with anything like that, okay? When you said, I don't even want to say the name of the game. You know, it's making me think
Oh,
of bloody, you know what, and candy, you know
that's
what.
exactly right.
I can't say it. I'm traumatized from it. But
Mm,
I think that energy manifested from it. I mean, sometimes you can
yeah,
manifest things if you really believe in it. And I
that's
mean,
right.
30 children, and sometimes
Yeah,
these entities, they feed off the purity of children's
correct.
energy and everything like that. And I just wouldn't mess with anything like that again, because their
Yeah,
spirit or the entity can still be around the room after you put
yeah.
the game away. So,
Oh, that was terrifying. They had made it. One of the boys had just made, oh, here's Charlie, Charlie. This is the game. And then I'd heard it on the internet what Charlie, Charlie was. It's allegedly a spirit
uh,
that's attracted to children. And it
hell
was
no.
funny because I saw that video right before the next day at work. And I said, oh, I know what this is. And then when the kids had left, I gently asked the spirits to leave. And it was something that I'd never seen before. I said,
Hmm.
oh, how interesting.
So
From psychological, spiritual.
what did y'all do though after? I mean, did you
After
meet?
school, yeah, I was working at an after school program, and this kid had set up a little board. He just said yes, no, yes, no. So from the top left to the right, you had the yes, no, and on the bottom you had a yes, no. And the kids, one of them asked a specific question: Charlie, Charlie, are you here? And it went to the yes, completely unprovoked and untouched. I need to know what that was. What happened to us? I mean,
The most that I can
it was
say, I mean, if it's
very
not a magnet or a battery doing something, that
nothing, nothing.
a entity, they say an energy, I call it the entity, came through
Uh-huh.
and it was
Right.
there. Um,
Yeah.
did you stop the game immediately when, when y'all saw that it said yes and no and everything? Did it scare them?
Oh, it scared them. It magnified us. I kept calm because I knew it was going to go to the yes. So what happened? They asked a question a few times. No movement. Nothing.
Mm.
To the pencil. And then one boy said, Charlie, Charlie, are you here? And we saw the pencil move to yes. And I was like, wow. If it's our collective consciousness making things happen,
Yeah.
that's more fascinating. You know, it's like
I
just completely no touching, no blowing. One of the teachers said, take the board down just to make sure. We're like, oh my gosh, okay, what is going on here? It's
I'm not
crazy too.
messing with that. And
No,
did it make you scared, like, to ever, you're never gonna mess with any kind of Ouija board or this
I
type of
won't
game
because
like that?
I'm a conduit. I'm a little bit gifted, so those entities would be very attracted to someone like me. So
Okay.
that's why I have to, yeah, I have to be like, no, maybe in a past life you did mess with it. In this life, you can always say no. That's the beauty. You can always
Okay.
say no.
Yes, I'm
You
not.
know?
I just feel like I said in my video about the Ouija boards, anything similar to that, I just think that is too risky. It's too risky.
Absolutely.
And once you bring
Absolutely.
something in, you might not
Yeah.
be able to get rid of it.
Correct.
It can still linger around the location where you played the game, where the portal opened for it to come through. So,
Yes.
some people would say get a priest and have prayer. Other people will
Mm-hmm.
say have some sage and sage the location, all types
Absolutely.
of stuff.
We
But
did some after work. The staff, we knew what was going on. No child was blamed or anything. Some of the children were scared. We had to do a briefing after, but I saw the principals move on two separate occasions when asked two specific questions. It was really troubling. Like, if I didn't see it myself, I would have said, okay, it's imagination. You know, kids say things, but
yeah,
cerebral. They two times they moved in a very specific question that we didn't even know the answers to. And then we said, okay, kids, we're going to stop this right here.
yeah,
We just put a stop to it and did some other activity, you know?
yeah.
My God.
Because sometimes the entities will follow. It could even follow certain children home. It's all
Mm-hmm,
types of
mm-hmm.
stuff. Like, if you don't know how to deal with that, I'm not even messing
That's
with
it.
it. So,
I'm not. The kids brought it. They were. You know, I would never recommend something like that. Just for the trauma. Just, you know what I discover that when they're a little bit older, or you know what I mean? You don't want to
Yeah.
stifle their creativity. And then when something like this happens, you're like, oh my gosh. In the presence of four adults too. So there was
Yeah.
eyewitnesses. I was like, this is not happening right now. I know that it was, but when you see it yourself,
Yeah.
it's so disturbing, and it's also very interesting. You know what I mean? Like, no way.
All I know is that in every movie I've seen with this type of stuff, it doesn't end well. It doesn't usually go well. So
Correct.
I'm not even messing with it. So,
That's right. That's right. And then you need to let people, some of the kids were terrified after the thing, you're like, okay, guys, it's a mess. Why did you
yes.
even let them show us this demonstration, you know?
Yes. Mm-mm-mm. Do you have
Oh,
any
yeah.
other supernatural stories? Anything else that happened?
Absolutely. Absolutely, I have. Oh. I was born in Iran. We had an execution in my family.
Oh,
We needed to
Lord.
escape overnight. We needed
Oh,
smugglers during rain and storm to get us out because there was a murder of my uncle.
oh
So
my
during
God.
this time, I saw some supernatural things I never thought I would see. I mean, stuff that it's very weird. And it's like, so when they went to give a confessional of the recording of my uncle, it started burning the tape. And I was like, well, I need confirmation from this. And I got it from a few other women. I'm like, what do you mean the tape recorder was set on fire? It's very, like, it's like, how? How does this happen, you know?
That's crazy. So you were in Iran, and it makes me think of that movie I mentioned before, Not Without My Daughter. She had I don't
Yes,
know if you saw that movie,
yes, I did.
but
I love it.
you had did you escape the same way she did, going from a different town and being smuggled and
Right, but not to that extent. We were airlifted out. We got on a plane. My parents paid smugglers. I was like three when this happened, and then we went to Germany, hideout there, and then we came to America in 1993. So I've seen a lot of stuff just in like when your mom
yes.
tells you that she's groped in the public market and stuff. You're like, what?
Wow.
What happened to you? You
Now
know, like I just don't get it.
now Iran, or I hope I'm saying it right, Iran, Iran. It wasn't
Any
it
way you'd like. Any way is acceptable, actually.
wasn't it known as Persia at one point?
Yeah, absolutely. It was in the larger district of Persia, exactly.
So do you identify as Persian or half Persian, or do you say you're Iranian now?
Right, because my family was Armenian, but we lived in Iran for 400 years. So, of course, there's a lot of Iranian in my blood, of course.
Yes.
And the Armenians are like, oh, we didn't associate with the Persians. I said, why not? I said, are you know what I mean? Like, that's not okay. We're darker. We have melanin in our skin, you know? So for the Armenians to say we're Armenian, but you lived in Iran too. You know what I mean? You're
Yes.
Iranian Armenian.
And I used to watch that show on Bravo. What was the family called? They were Persian, and
Yes, the kings of,
the Shahs of Sunset.
that's right.
Yes, and they said
That's
that a
right.
lot
They,
of
they,
our
they left Iran with millions of dollars. Their families were very rich. Those
okay.
guys were very different. Yeah, they grew up very different, very privileged. They came to America with money. They started a lot of accounts. Yeah, I don't want to, get into shady stuff, but
Okay.
you know,
But a
innocent
California
money, honest money is the best money. I think.
But California has a lot of Armenians and Persians
Yes,
there.
yes, we do.
Okay. So
Uh huh.
while I'm thinking about what's going on right now in Iran, what happened with the president, it's just been a lot of stuff happening since you left. So are you okay, so you said that his cell phone caught on fire when he was talking doing a confession?
There was a recording where they had my father. He did solitary confinement because they were Christian in Iran and
Oh
they were
Lord.
pastored. And I
Okay.
know that's a big no-no. And my question is, they made our family very unsafe. My uncle's family. He actually there was a hit out on my family.
Oh
It was a
Lord.
fatwa. So got asylum in Heidelberg in 1992. We came to America, Burbank, California in 1993. I'm 39 years old right now. So,
Okay. My
we have
fellow
the privilege
millennial.
to live in the U.S.
Okay. I said my fellow millennial. Okay, so that's really good you're here and you're safe because it's not a game up over there what could happen. So I'm happy that you're
Oh, I was
safe.
immersed 2 weeks from Sunday. People tell me that. They're like, you could not have been raised in Iran. And I was like, why? Maybe I'll be a different person. And mom's like, nope. Just something would have happened to you. I'm like, good.
Yeah, a
You
lot
know
of
what?
the
Mhm.
no, sorry, no, just I know that the women don't have any rights over there.
Oh, they're third class citizens. They're not second class citizens. They're third. Third. They can beat the hell out of you and kill you. And they do all the time. We don't hear it in the West. It's very, I'm almost like, what? You know?
Yeah.
Like how? How do you lash a woman 40 times talking to a man? Is this
Yes.
still happening?
Well,
You're
they
bombing a school of children? I don't get it.
yeah. They're still executing girls as we speak over there because they've
Yes,
they've
they
been
are.
protesting against having to wear the hijab and wanting
That's
their
right.
freedom and everything like that. So in your culture, don't you believe in something called the jinn?
Oh, this thing like that. I don't. I'm not a religious person, so
Okay.
I don't believe in the concept of the jinn.
Okay.
I mean, if we're talking for the men, yes, the demon spirits are coming for them because they're taught to hate women. I
Mm,
don't know why they're taught from a young age that women are evil. They mean to do you evil. So the men take that and they're like, okay, you're
yeah.
right. They are evil and satanic and worthy of being hit and killed even. You can kill your wife.
I,
I can't stomach that.
yeah.
I can't think so demonically. I can't think like, oh, I'm gonna kill my wife. I'm gonna kill my. Are you
Yeah,
okay, sir?
the
Oh, you're not
family
okay.
the family honor markings and stuff. I think that there are men globally who are they know the power that women have over them and that's what makes
Yeah,
them resent women too because they can't control their lustful nature and
correct.
they feel they have to obey their religion to not have smecks and they make women cover up because they blame us for tempting them because of their
Yeah,
natural desires for a woman, so they lash out and take their anger out on women as if there's
yeah.
something
There's
wrong
even
with
a
us.
demon prophet who married a 6-year-old, raped her at 9. So, because Islam is the only religion that says it's honorable for you to hurt a woman. There's
Mm,
no other religion that says that except Islam. Their hadiths, you look through there, I'm like, this cannot be real. It is real, and it is sanctioned by the government. With Afghanistan, when you pull out of a country and it's ran by the Taliban, there's going to be, I mean, I don't even know. These are demon-filled men. Like, I don't know what's happened to them, but they can always say no to evil, but they say yes. So fuck
this is
them forever.
crazy. You
Sorry.
know, I literally have a upcoming video because about the spread of Islam in America and people are on edge about it. That'll be coming up this week. So thank you so much, Guilty Angel, for letting us know what
Thank you.
happened and about a little bit of your life story. Okay, thank you.
Anytime. Thank
All
you so
right.
much, hon. I'll be in the comments.
All
Bye.
right. Bye. Okay, the phone line is open. Anybody else want to call in? Hold on, let me get the microphone. Anybody else want to call in and share their stories? There's your scary, spooky, supernatural, unexplainable stories with us. Have you been afraid for years to tell the world what you saw, what happened to you? What brave soul will call in tonight? Really, like now, and tell us something. Did you see a ghost? Did you see a goblin? Did you see something under your bed? Did you see something in the closet? What have you seen? What do you know? Will you call and tell us? So while I'm waiting, if no one calls in, I'll have to end the live, but I'm going to share something that I have never told anybody. I don't like talking about it, but I'll tell you what happened. I think that I manifested it because When y'all see me talking about the conspiracy theories and stuff, I've had people when I do the sci-fi videos, they're like, "Oh my god, you just know so much about it." It's because I was heavily into this stuff. The stuff about the reptilians, the Illuminati, all types of stuff. Like I know about all that stuff and the 13 families, the dollar bill, the pyramid, the money sign on the dollar bill, all these types of stuff. And anyway, one thing that happened, basically long story short, I had saw a man's eyes change into slants in front of me. And I just paused. I couldn't talk because I needed to make sure, am I really seeing what I'm seeing? But his eyes turned into slants. Now, before I had saw that, I had saw something on the internet when I was heavily into stuff, and I had a realization that I had an experience that someone else had, and my mind said, "Oh my God, this is real. This is real." And there were a few strange things happening around the house, and all of a sudden it was raining, and this man knocks on my door, and I've seen him before around the neighborhood, and he asked me a question, and all of a sudden his eyes, one second, his eyes turned into slants like a snake. And I started praying to myself. I closed the door. um and I saw him again, and if I felt like he was following me or something, but I know what I saw. I'm not crazy, and I did see his eyes turn into slants. Okay, so hello.
Hi. Mine's just really short and it's nothing like crazy or anything, but it's very similar to what you just said. It just happened a month ago. I was going into a smoke shop and I happened to look up to I was the only person in there and I said hi to who was helping me and it was a young man and his eyes were black. Like I've just never happened before. The alien on your screen,
Yeah.
it was exactly like that and it was bulging and it was big and I just kept my head down the whole time and I didn't make eye contact with him. I was still like, nice to him and stuff. He was polite, but I just couldn't look at him again and when I tipped him, I just said to myself, "You better not be a reptilian. You better not be anything. If you're reading my mind, I don't tip you guys. Humans only." I just kept saying that to myself. So
S-
I was freaked out.
Now, how old were you when this happened?
This happened a month ago.
Oh Lord. Okay. And you said you went to a
And
store? You just what kind, like just a random store? And
no, it was a smoke shop.
was he just a customer or did he work there?
Yeah, he was a worker and he was helping me and I walked in and then right when we greeted each other, his eyes were just black, like just staring at me and so
Man.
I just
So they didn't turn
he just
though,
held
like
me really fast.
it didn't look like
No,
normal eyes at first. Like as soon as you looked at him, you noticed that his eyes were just pitch black.
yes, like the alien you have on your screen, exactly like that. Bulging out,
Girl,
big. It was just
I would have ain't no, no. I probably would pause and just look real quick, like, am I, like I just said, like, am I really seeing this? Because I know you have people who tattoo their eyeballs now and stuff, but you said it looked like the alien on the screen. Oh my God. So when you started saying in your mind, you better not be a reptilian and stuff, like, did he react in a certain way? Did he look at you crazy or anything?
no. He was just staring right at me, and I wasn't looking at him. I could feel him just staring at me, wanting to look at him, but I didn't hear nothing. He didn't talk to me telepathically. I believe in all this stuff too, and it's crazy because the more spiritual I'm becoming, I'm kind of noticing more things. Like I don't know, like for instance, okay, I'm gonna say this too. Like when I have interactions with people, they kind of like don't like me, and I wonder if it's those type of things too, like these reptilians or if they don't like certain people, because people are rude too, and
Yeah.
that's what I'm experiencing more than ever is
Yeah.
people's meanness, being
Yeah,
mean.
because when your spirit is good and your energy, the evil people, the entities on them and in them, they repel against you because you are a good person and they don't like that. You know, they don't like that.
Mm-hmm. And, and it's a quick irritation for no reason.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about because I used to experience that too. Just people mean mugging you, just being rude or staring at you a certain way or wanting to sometimes they just want to keep bothering you, or they get mad when you're a nice person because of the evil within them. So, what you kind of described too could be a demon in them, as some people would say, an entity. Some people call them NPCs. They're claiming that people around us aren't even real people, and sometimes their eyes are black and everything like that. Um, they even say that the aliens are like in Men in Black, disguising themselves as human beings and using the skin and everything to look human. They're like people around you aren't all human like what you believe they are.
And then
So
that's why they don't like people when they're decent or good, huh? Because they don't like us as it is.
a number, yes. And people would think you're crazy, but you know what you saw. You know what you saw. So, all right.
And then I kind of see things, a little things here and there. Like there's one more thing that I did see, but this was long ago. This was when I was probably like 15, 16. I was sitting at um at my kitchen, at my mom's kitchen, and I just happened to look down the hallway, and there's a room, and it's dark, and I seen something white run by, and when it ran by so fast, I just seen the bottom, and it was a skeleton, like the foot of a
Oh,
skeleton, and my
hell
brother
no.
seen it too.
No.
Yeah, it's crazy, but I unfortunately have not seen a lot of stuff, but I feel like the more the darker the world is, I think I'm gonna have to maybe anticipate it more now.
That's just scary. That's scary. A skeleton foot you saw. Mm-mm.
Yeah, run past really fast.
No, that's scary. It's making me think of Pet Cemetery and stuff. That's just scary. So, all right. Well, thank you so much for calling, and I believe your story. Okay, and you're not crazy.
Thank you.
All
Thank
right.
you. Have a good one.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
Okay. I mean, I don't think she's lying at all. I don't. A lot of people see stuff. Sometimes you can feel stuff even if you don't see it, you can feel it. Like if you like when she mentioned the dark hallway, have you ever just been looked down a hallway and you can just feel something down the damn hallway? Okay, I used to live somewhere that I believe was haunted as hell. I always felt an energy. I never felt comfortable there. And there was a a part of in the room, a board that would open up until into something else. It would keep popping open. Also, my mom said that something flew across the room. This was in that same place, and I never felt comfortable there. You can feel certain stuff. Um, like I said, I've seen the dark figures, the hag, as they call it. They say a hag is riding you. They call it the demons, the hags, or whatever. I remember having a very realistic bad dream, and I woke up immediately. A huge dark figure, darker than the entire room, hovering over me. I couldn't even scream. I was trying to scream, and I put my hand up to try to hit it, and the weight of it was so heavy on top of me. I could barely move my arm, and it slammed my arm down. I did start to pray, and eventually it went away, but that happened, and I've had a hag ride me at least a good 5 or 6 times that I can recall. But seeing the dark figure is very scary. Um, my great grandma had a story where they used to call it, the jack o' lantern. She said that you think that a light is guiding you and you're getting closer to the light in the field. She said that they kept going closer to it and they could never get to it. It leads you out farther away out in the field, and who knows what's going to happen to you. But that was something my great grandma um, had passed down her story of them being led out by a light and they could never reach it. So, I mean, Rest in peace to my great grandma. My great grandma lived to about 108 years old. Okay. Oh, I have another call. Hold on. Hello? Hello? Let me make sure I did it right. Hold on. My goodness gracious. Freddy Krueger. Freddy Krueger was scary to me. Jason, Michael Myers. Okay. It reconnected? Okay, it reconnected. Leave a heart in the chat if you can hear me. Leave a heart in the chat if you can hear me because it actually reconnected. Okay, hold on. Hello? Hello? Okay, I can't hear you. 502, I think, was the area code. Five something. There's a lot of scary stuff. Lord, I'm thinking of something, Chucky was scary. It was. The people under the stairs, Sleepwalkers, Tales from the Crypt. The last scary movie that I honestly saw, I don't really think our country makes that many scary movies, but the last one that I saw had to be Hereditary. Um, Hello? Hereditary. Hello?
To accept, press
Oh,
1. To send a voicemail, press...
hello?
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 Hey, can you hear me this time?
Yes.
Hey, how are you doing? Sorry, I guess I
Well,
was just having some microphone issues.
it's okay. This is the spooky, scary night. Do you have any stories to share with us?
Yeah, I got a story. This one time, it was really late at night. Um, Kind of a windy day too, a little bit rainy, so I couldn't really see as much. Um, I live in downtown Nashville, so there's a lot of people that are usually around 1 to 2 a.m. But for some reason tonight, there was nobody around. And it was just kind of crazy because, living in Nashville, downtown Nashville, you never see that. And I was walking up to an ATM when all of a sudden I just had a black nigger come up from behind me and rob me. And it was...
I don't care that you said the N word. I've heard it for years. I don't really give a damn. But you're not going to mess up this live with that type of language. So you got to go. We know the story. The N word robbed you or tried to get you. Come on. It's old. We've been hearing these stories forever from those of you who are racist. Come on. Come up with something new. I don't know. I think some of you out here think that it really hurts some of our feelings hearing the N word. I've been hearing the N word since I was little. It's nothing to me. You got black people saying nigga, you got you with ear. Seriously, it's not really, it doesn't affect me, and my feelings are not hurt, darling. So we have him. Hold on for a second. Like I said, racist people are a part of the planet. You're never getting rid of them. There's nothing you can do about them. They're here on the planet with us. We just have to live with them. So, hmm, let me see something. There's nothing you can do about racist people. They're never leaving the earth. That's something you have to accept because you ain't never getting rid of them. So, all right. Any other stories? Any scary stories? I think this is it for tonight. This was fun because I haven't had a live in so damn long. And this will be fun. I'm going to actually do more live call in shows about topics, current events, and stuff like that, like we used to do back in the day, probably a year ago, but still. Okay. A lot of fun hearing the public's opinion about a lot of things that's happening. So that'll be really fun. And, you know, when I go live, sometimes, y'all know the times I go live. Sometimes it could be later, like now. It could be 5, it could be 2, it could be 10, it could be 12. So I'll just pop up, and those who want to call in, you just call in. So, yeah. You never know who will call you on a live with all types of stuff. So, you have to be prepared to get calls like that because it can happen to you. So, I'm surprised Jamar, Mr. Universe, didn't call up with a story. I don't know though. Even though I'm ending this live, I kind of want to come back with the conspiracy theory, some talk about the conspiracy theories. I don't know though. Maybe I'll save that for later on this week. So, I don't know, but this was fun. And I love this picture of the witch at the bottom left. This is from a famous movie when the girl found, I think she turned into a mouse or something and she discovered all these witches and stuff. It's a classic film. I just can't remember the name of it right now. So, all right. So this was fun. This is part 2. And I'm going to continue to do this. It happened to me because there are a number of you who missed this live and you have stories to share. So, a lot of people have experienced things. So, I will be back. Thank you so much, everybody. Please like, share, and subscribe. Get those likes up. Thank you, everyone who called in to share their stories about scary supernatural things that have happened to them. I thank you all so much, and you all take care. Um, I might I'm thinking about doing the conspiracy video live, but I want this video to get views, so I don't want to mess it up. So I'll just have to wait, I guess, on that. So you all take care. Thank you for calling in. This was fun. Bye, everybody.